Hey, moving to Arizona. Hey, Matt Topi here again with you. Um, I'm a big sports guy, um, so I want to talk a little sports. And Arizona is a huge sports state. Um, we have all the major sports here, um, from baseball, hockey, football, basketball, and one of the big sports here in Arizona, of course, is golf, and I will talk about golf. I mean, this is a golf mecca. Let's just face it. I mean, people come from all around the world to play golf here. Some of the top golfers in the world, like Phil Mickelson, for example, he's from Arizona. Um, I mean, the golf courses here are amazing. I grew up golfing with my dad, and he taught me the great game of golf, and I still play it to this day. And the beautiful thing is, and a lot of you guys know, I watch these videos. I moved from Michigan. I used to have to put my clubs away in the fall, and they don't get them back out till the spring. And if I wanted to swing them, I had to go find a indoor driving range. And then when you go out to play again in the spring, it's rusty, and it's just a wreck. By the time you start getting good again, you got to put the clubs away. Anyway, I'll talk more about golf in another video. But another sport that Arizona is really known for, of course, is baseball. And spring training is right around the corner, literally weeks away. And spring training is a huge deal here. It's either Arizona or Florida. That's the only two places that major league teams have spring training sites. So obviously Florida is called the Grapefruit League. My Detroit Tigers play down there in Lakeland, Florida. But then you have the Cactus League here in Arizona. So that's a big deal. You get to see, and it's not just the games that you can go to. You can go to the spring training games. They actually play games, right? But you can go to their practice facilities, which surround the ballparks. The ballparks they have here are beautiful. If they were in any other country, they would be like top of the line, right? Of course, we have major league ballparks that make these spring training ballparks look small, but they're well done, they're classy, they're comfortable, they have all the amenities of a real ballpark. They're just on a smaller scale. Some of them are pretty large, actually. Some of them are smaller than others. Some of them are older than others. Some of them are brand new. Anyway, the spring training is right around the corner, and right around, like I said, right around the main ballpark, some of these places have up to 10 fields. And they let the communities use them and the high schools and so on. But during spring training, you can literally walk up and watch the single A ball club, the double A ball club. You don't have to pay a dime. You just walk up and watch these kids play. I had one of my former football players, Paul Fry. Shout out to Paul Fry. He's a middle reliever for the Baltimore Orioles. He's a lefty. Amazing story. But he used to play for the Seattle Mariners, and they play right here in Peoria. So I would just go and watch him, and sometimes he didn't even know I was there. I didn't want to let him know I was there all the time. I'd tell him I was coming a couple times just so I could talk to him and stuff. But there was multiple times where I just walk up, sit in the stands, and just watch him. And you don't have to pay a dime. You just bring your own drinks and some snacks, and you just watch a ball game. You do have to pay to get into the main, baseball facility, the ballpark, and watch the games. But the tickets are super cheap. They have gone up recently just because it's become more popular, and they have really renovated the ball fields, and they put a lot of money into them, and basic supply and demand. But as far as the teams that are in Arizona, so let's listen for your team, see if they're here in Arizona. So of course the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are here in Arizona. They don't get to leave. They play in Scottsdale, and they share a facility with the Colorado Rockies. A lot of teams share facilities, and why not? Split the cost of a lot of stuff. So the Rockies and the Diamondbacks, they play in a brand new facility over in Scottsdale, on the east side of Scottsdale, right off the 101. Super nice. So they're over there. Of course, big and very popular out here are the Chicago Cubs. They play in Mesa. So sticking over on the east side in Mesa, as well as the A's, the Oakland A's are over in Mesa. On the east side as well, Tempe, over in Tempe, the I don't even, what are they called now? They used to be called the California Angels, then the Los Angeles Angels, and then the Anaheim Angels, and so they're over in Tempe. And then who else in Scottsdale? Let's see. Oh, the Giants. The Giants are in Scottsdale as well. So that's it for the east side. And those are older facilities, except for the Diamondbacks. But they're all been renovated, so they're all good. So they're over there on the east side. Cubs are right near Tempe, actually, and it's right there in Mesa, but it's right near Tempe. And then, so over on the west side, and when I say west side, there's a video I did on east side versus west side. You got to check that one out. Let's see. So in Goodyear, some brand new ballparks in Goodyear. So the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians share a ballpark in Goodyear. Brand new facility. It's about 10 minutes from my house. We go there all the time. I've been down in the locker rooms. You can go on tours. It's pretty cool. So the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians, they're right there in Goodyear. In Glendale, you have the Chicago White Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers are in Glendale. Those guys are in Glendale. They've been there for quite a while. Obviously, the Dodgers are very popular out here with the California influence right next door. Up in Surprise. So that's about 20 minutes from my house. Up in Surprise, you have Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers. They're in Surprise. They share a ballpark right up there in Surprise. Brand new facility. Super, inexpensive. Get in there and watch those guys. All right, who else am I missing here? Peoria. In Peoria, like I talked about, the Seattle Mariners are in Peoria, and they share a field with the San Diego Padres up in Peoria. So that's it for the west side. Oh, and then in Phoenix itself, there is one facility in Phoenix. I believe it's in North Phoenix, so it's not downtown or anything. I believe it's in North Phoenix, and that's the Milwaukee Brewers. So people come out here on vacation because, let's face it, February, March, back, east, it's still cold. There's snow on the ground. It's crappy weather, let's just face it. So people come out here on vacation, and they go to these games, and they go golfing, and it's an awesome time. This is amazing for these people. That's what I used to do when I was back in Michigan. Around February, we had a winter break. We had a Friday, Monday, so I had those times off. And we would come out here every February and just soak up some well-needed sun. It was 72 degrees today, and this is in January, right? So come February, it's in the 70s. March, it's 80s. It's just beautiful. So that's spring training. Let me know if you got questions about spring training, baseball. Obviously, baseball is a big deal here. Great place for young kids to get involved because they can play year round. There's winter leagues going on right now, and they play all year. There's fall ball, winter ball, and then they roll right into the regular seasons in the spring. In the summer is actually downtime for a lot of the outdoor sports, but because it's hot. But anyway, if you have other questions about spring training, go ahead and post in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe and get your notifications going. Let me know if there's other videos you want me to do here about moving to Arizona, questions you have about moving to Arizona. Scroll down and check out the other videos. Make sure you like them and hit those like buttons, and that way we can get some more people involved here and get some more info out and just make your move to Arizona the most informed and the best that it can be. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We have a great Facebook page going. We have almost 2,000 people on that page. There's a bunch of moving to Arizona pages. We're the one that has the most people on it. We got a bunch of copycats out there, but we're the real deal. And then on Instagram, we're on there as well. So that's it for this time. I'm gonna hit you guys up with some golf next time, and anything else you guys want to hear about. All right, have a good one.